Well, here we go again, guys. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before I went to college, bro. 5 things I wish that I have known. And we're gonna talk about it real quick. Not gonna be a long video, but let's get into it. Number 1, and before I say what this is, these are not in any particular order, but this is number 1 on the list. I wish I would have known about work study jobs before I got to college. Now, I knew about them once I got to school, but if I would have known before, I could have done the research. I could have known which work study jobs were available, who I needed to try to introduce myself to, all these different things. I wish I would have known that, but I did not know. When I got there, I was trying to get one and they was like, they're full, they're taken. Then I get one into my junior year. It's not about what you know, sometimes it's about who you know. Met the right people, got in. Easy work study jobs. A lot of work study jobs are easy. Some of them work around your schedule. Most of them work around your schedule. You know what I'm saying? Some people cannot handle having a part-time job at like a restaurant or, fast food. You know what I'm saying? Some people can, some people can't. Work study jobs, I feel like most people can handle and still get your work done and keep your grades up and different things like that. Or, having another kind of job on the campus, like, I know some people became referees for intramural games, got money that way. It's other ways to do it because I don't think everybody can qualify for work study. I don't know how it is now, but I know when I was in school, everybody couldn't qualify to get, those work study jobs that were on the easier side. Because when I was at work, I did a lot of studying at work. Like I didn't have to do a whole lot, but it still was work to do, money to make. I only made about $200 every 2 weeks. So it's about $400 a month from the work study job. Sometimes it was a little bit less because if I got busy, I couldn't work my full hours to get, and they cut you off at a certain limit because you couldn't exceed that. But that check of $400 a month was nice, man. It was nice. But like I said, if I was getting that the entire time while I was in school, would have been a lot of good stuff that I could have done with that money. That's what I'm gonna get into. We're gonna get into number 2 on my list is paying loans off while in school. Now, not saying that I would have paid a lot of my loans off, but some of the 0%, or you have subsidized and unsubsidized. The ones that are that don't have any interest building up until you get out, I would have paid a little bit of that off at a time while I was in school with the work study money. That would have been something I could have done. The first check I got, if I would have got work study job as soon as I got to school, the first $200 I got that first week, I could have used it and just put it on, on the student loans. Just even if it wasn't a lot, could have paid off some of that. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got out of school for the summer, I only went to school in the summer once. And that was just to take an extra class so I could graduate on time. Took an extra class. While I was out for the summer, could have got a real job in the summer and paid off some of the loans. While I was out of school, could have had that job for about 3 months, quit, whenever I was ready to go back to school. I wish I would have known that about paying the loans off. I learned that as I went through school, but it wasn't all the way, it hits different once you actually get out and you look at that like, man, I got student loans on this thing that I got to pay off. They send you that email when you get out and you've been out of school for more than 6 months. They send you that nice email saying, all right, time to collect. It's time to collect the money. So, but this channel is about me becoming debt free and stuff like that. Also my fitness journey. So we're working on. Just got to see what the student loans gonna do. Right now they're on pause. We got to make sure they don't pay them off. And I don't want to pay my student. I say this almost in every video, but I don't want to pay my loans down and then they end up paying them off or something. But anyways, man, the next one on the list, number 3, credit card system. I wish I had a credit card as soon as I could have gotten one. Because that would have been a credit builder for me. Also, your student loans are credit builders, but it's not a line of credit that a lot of people look at like, okay, student loans is something that just kind of, you take them out because you have to, not because you're responsible enough to pay it off, if that makes sense. You get a credit card and you pay it off each and every month. You had to be pretty much on top of your game each and every month, pay it off, and you had to be responsible enough to do that. And it shows different kind of people who you get loans from, banks, credit unions, different things like that, that you have a long history of credit. So if I would have got my credit card as soon as I got out of high school at 18, And if I would have had that credit card from 18 all the way up to around 24, 25, that would have been a long line of credit. I didn't get my first credit card until I got out. How was I? 22 when I got out of college. And so now I'm 24. I only had my credit card 2 years. So my line of credit from there is only 2 years. That line of credit is not long. I don't have a long history of credit. So I would have been able to build a long line of credit. So if you're in college right now and you feel like you're responsible enough to do it, get your credit card if you can. And you can get a secured credit card. So for me, in my instance, I would have got a secured credit card, put $200 on that secured credit card. And I would have only been able to spend up to $200. It would have cut me off. Then I couldn't have spent any more. Even though you don't want to use your whole line of credit up, still though, I would have been saving myself. I wouldn't have been, spending that entire, like if I had like $1,000 credit limit, I would have been able to pay it off, right? So I would have got a secured credit card, been able to pay the $200 off each and every month if I choose to do that, because the other 200 would have been going toward either loans or what I'm gonna get into later on in the video. So $200 would have been kind of my spending money to do whatever I wanted to do with, So there would have been something, to boost the credit up early, start that wealth early. I say, well, start that line of credit early. So number 4, man, this is what I was talking about. The other 200 simple investment strategies, index funds. So index funds are easy to get into. They give you a simple kind of flat rate of return. I say flat, it can go up or down, but usually on average somewhere between 7% or 10%, give or take, right? I had a savings account. Instead of having that savings account with my money in it, I could have put it into an index fund. Now, you could potentially lose money in the index fund too, but over the course of 4 years now, it would have been from 4 years, when I got in college from when I was 18 until now. If I would have invested my money from 18 to 24, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten a decent return from the market. Looking back at the market goes in trends. It'll go up sometimes, it'll go down sometimes. But if you're in it for the long haul, you'll be fine. You should be fine. You do get things like 2008 crash and stuff like that. I didn't even know what that was until I really started, looking into the market and stuff like that. But I would have been able to, at a minimum, put about $50 in. And that don't sound like much, but it would have compounded over time more than a traditional savings account ever would have compounded over time, right? It's nothing wrong with a traditional savings account to have a secured amount of money in. But when you're young like that, you can take a little bit more risk. I'm not telling you just to take crazy risks and invest in individual stocks and pumping all your money into them. But say if you're young, if you got a little bit of money in your savings, invest a little bit more into the stock market, get a larger return. Especially now, a lot of savings accounts are giving great returns on your money. The amount of money you get from the interest and stuff is not even close. I know probably like 2 years ago it was at like 2%. I don't know what it is at now. It's nowhere near what it should be. But that's the time we're living in. Maybe it'll go back up in the future, but we shall see. But I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have known about the stock market. Did not know what the stock market was back then. Did not know how to invest into the stock market. Did not know any of that. Would I have done a lot of money? No. But would I put like $25, $50 into it? Yeah, I would have did a little bit. I would have dabbled a little bit, not much, but I would have dabbled a little bit if I known what I know today. Let's get into the last one, passive income. That's what I wish I would have known about passive income. Now, you can get passive income a lot of different ways, but I wish I was researching it back then. I wish I would have done more on my YouTube channel back then. Vlog my being in school. I wish I would have been able to vlog me being in school. I had a phone then, it would have been the best quality, but a lot of things back then wasn't great quality, right? So if you are in college now and you listening to my list, attempt to do some of the things on the list. If say you got a phone, everybody has a phone now. Document your time in college. Document these things. Put them on YouTube. And not only YouTube, there are different ways to make passive income out there, like investing into the stock market. Dividend stocks are another way of some passive income. They have index funds or ETFs that give, passive income. And if you want to know more about index funds and ETFs and all that stuff, plenty of videos on YouTube. This is just a general kind of video on me explaining to you what I wish I would have known back then that I know now. I would have been way more prepared, not only for just life outside of college, but just the reality of, you know what I'm saying, having all this stuff, you know, having an easier path to being debt free. And that's the main thing. Right now, we're on the path to becoming debt free. Another thing I want to say, I wish I would have known that's not on the list. I wish I would have known about, you know, just credit in general, more about credit, you know, credit lines and stuff. I know I said about the credit card, but I wish I would have just known more about credit in general that I know now. But I mean, I'm doing pretty well overall to know what I know now. But if you are in college watching this video, make sure you have your finances, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're a freshman in college right now, start looking into different ways to make money, you know what I'm saying? Different ways to save money. Don't just spend all your money on the party on the weekend. You know, I'm not telling you not to do that, but I'm telling you to try to do both while you're in school, even if it's less money, you know, than the party. You might spend $100 on the party and $25 in your savings. I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm saying that might be what you decide to do. $25, you spend $25 going to like restaurants and stuff. One day you can skip the restaurant, put $25 in your savings account, put $25 in the stock market in an account that you started up. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a credit card, put that $100 on your credit card, because you can get rewards from the credit card if you're able, you know, if your credit score might not be good enough to get one of those reward cards yet, but eventually it will be, especially starting out with a secure credit card, you know what I'm saying? Then you can upgrade to another credit card later on, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to upgrade to another credit card till I was paying off my student loans for about a year. I saw my credit score was going up, and then I think I got my card at like 690. I started out like 670 something, 650. I don't know where it was, something around 650, 670. So, but anyways, man, if this video helped you at all, if these some things that you did not know that you're now thinking about in terms of getting a job, work study job, or getting a, you know, say if you can handle a job, you know, and study and keep your grades up and stuff like that, let me know down in the comment section below. Also subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. It's your boy Drew. Continue to grind. Yeah, it's your boy Drew. It's your boy Dave. Continue to grind. Continue to shine. I've been on my gaming channel too long. I be saying the gaming name, man. I see you guys in the next one.